Welcome back to Fire and Smoke, New Ronne. We are Philip,
Abby,
Blake, Ethan,
also known as Dungeon Master,
Avis Merlot,
Devon Merlot,
Neil.
On the last episode, there was a time jump.
We did the time warp.
We did the time warp again, and Devon and Avis were stuck down in a cell in the basement of the research base. Neil and the kid, as well as Johnathan, were hiding out in the mountains to avoid capture and planning how they were going to break Devon and Avis out of prison. Neil sent in Circuit to deliver a message to them that once the guards went off again to a new colony, they would come get them then when there was lower security, and that they should try to get out of their cells and meet them up in the base to all go look for the research about the time technology that they came here to acquire. Neil and the kid had a heart-to-heart, and then when it was time to go, they sent Johnathan as a distraction at the gate while they scaled the wall on the side. Kid turned into a guard, one of the guards on the wall in the distance, and they got their weapons and headed off towards the research base. Avis talked her way into a high-stakes game, a game of Russian roulette, and duped the guards, who were a little bit out of it, and turned the gun on them, killing all three of their captors. And that's where we are now. Avis, you are standing in this basement, this room that's been converted to a prison, a holding cell. There's a lamp on the table throwing soft orange light throughout this room. The guards didn't leave anything else on the table besides some money and some drinks. One of them has keys on their belt.
Can I grab some keys and try and see which one will unlock the cell?
You flip through a few until you unlock the door with a click and it swings open. And you see Devon and a badly bruised Alex as Devon kind of laid into him to create a distraction. Avis, what's going on?
Oh, thank God you're okay. I didn't think it was going to be that serious when he was taking you out, but you got them all.
I know, I did.
All thanks to Alex over here being a good punching bag. Am I right, Alex?
Good job, team. Oh, I'm going to lie here for a few, actually. Catch my breath. That was a good plan. So we breaking out? What are we doing?
We can unshackle him and you, but he can just do his own thing.
You go over and undo the shackles on Devon's wrists and ankles, as well as those on Alex's wrists and ankles. And he goes, "Oh, thanks, Avis.
Of course.
Hey, you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up in a little bit. We'll bust out of here together, guys. I'm just gonna catch my breath."
Good night. Let's get out of here, I guess. I assume Johnathan and Edna are waiting for us upstairs. I'm going to grab the timer from the last guy that was shot. So now we each have a timer. Can we take cartridges out of these and like bullets, or they're not?
You don't see how these cartridges are taken out or how this thing is recharged. It doesn't look like they're removable from the cylinder.
Okay.
Can we put on their clothes?
Yeah.
You guys want to do that?
They have like a key card.
You want to do an investigation check?
Let's investigate these guys' bodies. We need a key card. 22.
19.
You guys can pick off 3 cards from their pockets, one from each of them. They also have the short swords if you want them.
And
Yeah.
grab one just in case.
I'd take one, yeah.
Can we like throw Alex one of the key cards?
You give Alex a key card. You see he's like breathing softly. He's clearly going to be fine. Like, you didn't beat him within an inch of his life. He's just kind of a frail guy. And he's like maybe going to take a little nap and circle back once he's feeling 100% again. You guys grab holsters. You grab the short swords. You grab a timer. You have one of each now. You each have a key card. You're going to sneak out of this room.
Let's sneak out.
You open the door slowly, and you see there is a dark hallway. At the end of it is the elevator. You think somewhere must be stairs. Do you want to go to elevator or do you want to go to stairs? Or if you'd like to try to do something else, let me know.
Stairs are probably safer because I think anyone.
If someone walks by, we just start making out.
What are they gonna do?
They'll say, "My bad." So yeah, let's head upstairs to like the main level.
Give me a stealth check, both of you.
16.
Nat 20.
Never mind. I don't need to stealth.
Popping off lately.
Avis going so pro recently. Devon kind of fumbling a little bit behind her, but not doing too badly, not being too loud.
I think the whole month in the cell, Devon was just trying to like deal with Alex and keep him occupied, and Avis was like practicing all of her skills, like doing push-ups and like being super dexterous.
Avis was doing a like prison montage, like getting into shape and playing an escape, and you were like nodding, listening to Alex, nodding, like trying to get him to shut up. As you guys make your way upstairs, Neil, you are running along the outside. You're passing by the town now. You're staying low and through the fields. It is the late hours, but those guards left out on an expedition to a nearby colony this morning. You think you have a good amount of time before they come back. They seem to somehow have a faster route in between them. You know, last time they left, it only took them a few days to get back from the closest colony, which you're not sure, but you think you do have like a good amount of time. You're not worried about them coming back within the hour. You're worried about them coming back within the week, right? You are running next to the kid, who currently looks like a guard, dark hair and dark eyes, and some stubble. And the kid is looking at you and saying,
"So, what's the plan? We got these weapons, but like, we were gonna sneak into the base, or what? Or were we gonna do the plan where like, I caught you and I'm the guard?"
Well, my main concern is that I'm big and loud. I think it'd be a lot safer if you were to get us in by fooling the other guards.
All right, so I've captured you. You're my prisoner.
Of course.
And I hand him my harpoon.
you hand over your weapon. You put your hands behind your back as he grabs them and like puts one hand on your shoulder. He's slung the crossbow over his back. And as you guys near the base, you head right to the front door, like there's nothing out of the ordinary. The electric lights illuminate this place. You see there are still 2 guards on duty here. The 2 guards notice you both as you walk up. And one of them, a young woman, goes, "Whoa, what do we have here?" Kid kind of shoves you forward.
"I caught this one, trying to sneak over the wall."
Can I like blink my lights and make like a mechanical like whine that sounds like I'm like malfunctioning or not working correctly?
Okay. You see the same guard goes, "Wow, big, I can't believe you caught him. Lord Admin's gonna be quite pleased with you. Are you trying to go up and take him in now?" Kid hesitates for a second, and you can feel the hand on your shoulder and the hand holding your arms behind your back are like, his palms are getting sweaty.
I give him a thumbs up behind my back.
"Yep, I'm gonna take him right up to the engineer's room and take his circuit boards out, just like the Lord Admin wanted."
You see they make no motion to stop you as he steps forward to open the door. As you step into this landing, there are a couple guards walking away down the hallway, looking like they're making rounds or something, but there's currently nobody else here. Devon, Avis, you are just peeking your heads out the stairwell when you see Neil being pushed through the front door, arms behind his back, by a gruff-looking guard that shoves him forward into the empty room.
Where's Edna and Johnathan?
What's around us right now?
It is pretty barren. There are 2 guards you can hear rounding the corridor down the hallway, like they're making rounds. They're not here right now, and you don't see any guards out front. There's like an old disused front desk area, like built into the wall, built into the floor, like one of those ones that it was designed with.
So we could just...
And there's the staff vending machine, which is full of future Snickers.
Whenever you buy it, yourself in the past gets to eat it.
Great, yeah. That's what they're working on here.
So you feel a little more full, but you don't get any flavor.
At least you're not angry.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah. If you're ever angry, you just push the button and you have calmed down in the past.
Then we can rush. There's nobody here.
Make a dash into the empty room, guns pointed at the guard.
As quietly as you can to not like alert the people down the hallway, you light-footedly rush into the room and both hold guns up at the person standing behind Neil holding him. What do you say?
Let him go.
The guard puts his hands up.
Guys, it's me, Kid. We're here to rescue you.
Neil, is that true?
Yes, it's true. You both got out early.
Oh, thank God. Have you guys seen Johnathan and Edna?
Avis hugs the kid.
Avis, you run up and give this like 30-year-old guard with like a gruff face and dark features, pull him into a hug. The kid says,
I was so worried about you guys. I can't believe you're safe. Johnathan actually helped us. Edna's in the town somewhere or something. I think they made her live here now.
Wait, I thought they were coming for us.
Yeah, they sent us a note and everything.
No, that was Neil. Neil sent you the note.
But Neil would have written his name on it.
Why? Who else? I guess I can understand now who you must have thought was coming to rescue you, but I assumed it would go without saying.
Well, anyway, it's good to know Jonathan's still kicking.
He was our distraction.
I will warn you, when you see Johnathan, he looks a little more rough for wear. He's
He's got an eye patch now. We put an eye patch on him.
Oh my God, what happened?
Nothing. Neil thought it would make him look cooler and like he was battle worn.
Oh, okay.
we're outlaws now, living off the land.
Right.
Well,
He was pretty excited about the fresh new look, and he liked the stubble we drew on too.
Give him stubble?
Yeah,
He looks good.
Neil said it would make him look more rough and gruff.
It's hard for me to see the vision right now, but I guess I'll get it when I see him.
When you see him, I want you to put yourself in the armor and shoes and helmet of a guard, imagining this guy charging towards the front door. And you'll be like 15-20% more worried than if he hadn't had the 5 o'clock shadow and the eye patch.
Guys, what do we do?
well, you guys had the plan.
The plan was to get you guys out and then,
And then we head up there to find the engineer and the scientist, and we make them tell us everything they know. And maybe we kill the Lord Admin. The plan gets less specific as we go.
if we need to kill the Lord Admin, maybe we should try to get the stuff from the scientist first. Maybe there's a way to undo whatever they did to you to limit you to your magic.
Also, you two have timers? Where did you get those from?
I win a game of Russian roulette.
Yeah, and I beat up our cellmate as a distraction.
Wait, what? Was he like a bad guy?
I mean, he was kind of annoying. He was cool with it. I said go along, like play along. It was part of the plan.
It just seems unlike you is all, Devon.
I tried banging on the bars as a distraction, but they weren't coming over. I had to escalate. He's fine now.
He didn't want to come with?
He said he wanted to sit for a minute.
Devon, is this man afraid of you?
No, we're friends. His name's Alex. We were with him for a month. He's a good time.
Should we wait for him?
Maybe if we got time at the end, we can check back. Just to make sure he's not passed out.
Okay,
Neil makes a mental note that he is not actually a close friend.
Oh, Neil was trying to be nice and like help out our friend. But now he's really
Which just seemed odd
Not
that you were
actually.
like, that's my close friend. I was with him for a month. He's like cellmate of ours. What's he doing now? He's not coming with us. He's chilling there. We're going to go do the rest of the stuff.
But we do have to go help out Edna whenever we figure out where she is, right? After we get the information or whatever?
Of course.
Okay. I have your weapons.
And Avis, he hands you your crossbow, and Devon, he hands you a knife.
I think I'm good. Maybe you can try to use both.
Could I have the sword?
Sure, yeah, if you want. I don't think I can get much use out of it.
He takes the sword and puts it on his belt. You guys can hear those footsteps approaching, like people are coming back, finishing their rounds.
In the stairwell, does it go up anymore, or does it just go up to the main level?
You could make your way all the way up the stairwell, you think.
Let's take the stairs at least so we're quiet.
Yeah, it's like just on the other side of the hall.
Well, let's hurry. If we don't hurry, we'll have to use all these weapons.
You don't want to wait?
Ambush them?
Okay, let's try to. Let's run. Let's run. Okay.
I mean, we can wait. Then the plan is we have to kill them when
That's
they
a
get
good point.
here.
That's a good point. Let's run. Let's run.
You guys run into the stairwell and softly close the door behind you.
Okay.
As you do, just make a group stealth check. Did half of us get more than 10?
15.
11.
At 20.
You guys make your way up the stairs, passing flight after flight. Quiet. You hear voices on various levels as you pass them until you make it to the top floor, where you know the Lord Admin's chamber is, at least that big meeting room or whatever where he was hanging out and seemed to spend his time, as well as the scientist's laboratory and the engineer's room.
Can we try to listen through the door to hear footsteps or anything?
You listen through the door. Devon, you put your ear up to it. You hear some talking. The talking sounds like it's casual and further away. You hear it very softly. You don't think it's people hanging out in the hallway or guarding this door. You think it might be just some friendly conversation in a room nearby.
You want to peek out?
I'll peek out.
You see the hallway is well lit, as this is the most used floor, but compared to last time, it seems much more empty. The Lord Admin has a lot of guards, somehow a lot of loyalists here, but it looks like in order to go do their big escapades to try to bring people and make them live here behind the wall, they still have to stretch themselves thin, and there's not as much personnel here as there should be. You don't see anybody in the hallway right now. You do hear that talking, but it sounds like it's muffled, like it's behind a door, and even further down the hallway, like around the corner or something. It's in the opposite direction that you remember spotting the laboratory.
All right, I make like commando gestures. We motion towards like heading down the hallway.
Can we do like a roll?
It's not me. Someone else not made a metal do a combat roll.
Oh, okay.
Somebody not made of metal do a combat roll
Probably
out the
not
door.
Devon, who's very large and non-dexterous.
Avis, you roll, pop to your feet, crouch down, and poke your head around the hallway corner, and you see nobody there either.
I hold up my 2 fingers, point the direction to go.
Kid whispers,
That means 2 people go. Which 2 of us?
No, everybody,
But you're doing 2.
just go.
We're not commandos. We don't know what to do.
you guys stealth down the hallway, keeping low as to not be seen by any of the little windows through the doorways. Some places you hear another conversation. Past one room you hear like a snoring. You see you get to the door that should be the laboratory, and the little window is dark, like the lights are off.
Is the door locked?
You pull on the handle, and it opens, unlocked.
That's not great. We should keep a lookout.
Devon, walk in.
You swing the door open, the lights are off. Small glows from little lights on various machines plugged into the walls. You see the larger structure in the back that looks like it's some kind of miniaturized production plant that's dripping into a barrel with a hose. You see file cabinets, tables with work spread out over them. Nobody's in here.
Neil puts a hand on the kid's shoulder, gestures towards the door very quietly.
Keep a lookout.
You all go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all enter the room, and the kid closes the door softly, but stands right there, hand on the handle, kind of peeking out the window to keep an eye on the hallway. You guys are in a dark laboratory right now.
I'm going to have Circuit go rave mode, but no sound, so that we have a lot of light to
I
look
was
around
going to
with.
say, is there a light we can turn on? But I guess that's more fun.
Circuit goes max rave mode as he jumps out of your bag and lands on your shoulder, which is just turning all those rave lights up to maximum brightness, so it's a multicolored but very well lit room in here.
Can I go check out the production thingy in the back and see if that's like the water concoction thing that they're making?
You move to the back. It's producing a liquid into a barrel.
But there's no like parts where I can see what the liquid looks like unless we like open something up.
It's going through various tubes. It looks clear.
Gotta open the barrel and give it a sniff.
Not sniff, waft.
Wow.
Never sniff.
Proper lab safety.
Proper lab safety.
You don't know what
Blake.
this is.
Do you want to unscrew the cap where the hose is attached to, dripping into the barrel?
Yeah, let's do that and then like hold the hose upright so that way nothing's coming out.
Okay. Avis, what are you doing while this happens?
I'll go file cabinets.
You open the filing cabinets, it's packed full of stuff. This is a disorganized person who has a lot of files.
There's gonna be like a file that's gonna be like super fat. That's the one I'm looking for.
You're looking for the biggest file. Okay. Neil, what are you doing? No, all these two are doing that.
I'm going to go to like the little like production thingy that Devon's looking at and try to like follow like each thing in sequence, figure out like what are like the raw ingredients they're putting into this. I'm helping Devon figure out what this is.
All of you guys in your various tasks should make perception checks.
I got 13.
15.
I got nat 1.
Neil, this stuff isn't made of computers. It's not electronics.
I'm so lost.
It's all physical measurements, counterweights, air pressure, and you see things are moving through tubes and you don't know what it is. The liquid is clear as far as you can tell. Avis, you pull out a fat file. The fat file is labeled Inert Fungal Growth Enhancement. Kid says,
There's someone coming. It's an old lady. She's wearing a white coat. There's nobody with her.
I turned circuit off. I try to motion for us all to hide.
Is there a hiding spot next to this barrel?
In the barrel.
No. It's not that big of an opening.
you can get behind the barrel.
Yeah, I want to get behind the barrel and like screw it back on if I can.
Yeah, when you did that, by the way, it was like odorless and it wasn't pressurized either.
So far it's very similar to the thing we drank, just the water.
Perhaps it's something that goes into water.
Oh, maybe this is the concentrate.
The kid ducks behind a desk. You see moments later, the door opens and an old woman who is tall and thin with long, frazzled white hair that's pulled back in a loose ponytail that's very puffy, steps into the room with a sigh, turns on the light, and closes the door behind her.
As soon as I hear the door close, I'm going to stand up and point the timer at her.
You hear the door close with a click. She sighs again and turns around, rubbing her temple as she opens her eyes, sees you in the back of the room, and freezes.
Put up a finger to my mouth. Shh. We can all come out, guys.
She silently sees you all stand. The kid does as well, holding his short sword pointed at her with both hands, though it's kind of shaking. She looks between all of you and she says, "Are you here to kill the Lord Admin?"
Well, it's on our list of priorities, but it's not at the top necessarily.
And I show her my piece of paper I have. It's like 5 or 6.
Your to-do list.
Yeah.
Print it out.
Yeah, I printed
You
it
have a
out.
printer?
I have a printer
You have a little printer.
in my back.
A little receipt thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You're low on paper, by the way, Neil.
What? I print so sparingly. I'm so frugal with it.
And so you've never replaced it. It's never come up.
Okay, it's got the red line on it.
Yeah, it's got like the red line that lets you know it's running out of paper.
Keep that in mind. I'll add to the bottom of the list.
You reprint it. You got to print it out
Printer
again.
paper. Yeah.
She has a little smile, half-heartedly, across her face, and she says, "I will help you. We are not enemies. I promise you that."
Roll insight? Anyone want to roll
Yeah,
insight?
let's roll insight. 23.
10.
You guys see a solemn earnestness across her face. She looks very, very tired. "Perhaps we should talk?" She turns around, closes the blinds, locks the door. She takes what looks like some kind of little radio out of her jacket. You see she turns a knob with a click and sets it down on the desk like she was turning it off. And she turns off the light so nobody can tell perhaps that you guys are in here. You guys can see very softly in here with the glows of the lights. After your eyes adjust to the darkness, it's like when you can see in an almost dark room. And she walks with a knowledge and familiarity with this place, like walking past chairs and tables, and sits down at a table close to the middle where all of you guys are spread out around her. She pulls up a stool and sits down and hunches her back. She looks like she has a deep hunch.
Seems pretty non-threatening to me. I guess Devon will just kind of like lean against the barrel and just like keep the timer at his side, but just like holding onto it loosely.
I'll take my files over to her to sit and listen.
Yeah, I feel like Devon's got this handled.
Let's talk then. You don't like the admin?
No, and it seems I am not alone. You seem to have at least one traitor on your side.
And she looks at the guard in the room.
This is a disguise. He's with us.
Well, that's a shame. No, I do not like the Lord Admin. I am an employee here. I'm the head scientist, the only scientist, but it is not by choice. I cannot leave, just like everybody else in Queen Maud.
How much do you know about the Lord Admin? Do you know what he really is?
Everybody, I think, has some idea that he is more than human. I have been here for decades, and I have become this old mess.
And she points at her wrinkled skin and white hair.
He doesn't seem to age a day. It only gains him more reverence from the guards, I'm afraid. They see it as a sign that he is gifted with something.
Actually, his image comes from my father. That's why he doesn't age. He's just imitating his image.
I've known the Lord Admin for over 30 years now. He's always looked this way.
The Lord Admin is hundreds of years old at this point.
You see she slouches further.
I was assembled in 1983, and he's older than I am.
My word! I thought perhaps you were some kind of refurbishment. You are from 1983? How did you survive all this time? Where did you survive all this time? I haven't seen a bot besides the admin's right hands since before the collapse.
We're actually all from 1983. We were sent here from the past.
She blinks at that.
We call ourselves the old timers. We've been around the block.
And then you spin your timer. And then holster it. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Not like this world could get any worse. So why were you rooting around my lab? Can I help you with something in your mission to end the Lord Admin's reign? I've always thought that if somebody could cut off the head of the Hydra, well, I don't know what would happen, but...
Famously, it doesn't end well.
Yes, that's true, but if you don't try something, then there's a Hydra.
To be fair, Neil, you still have to cut off the head of the Hydra to kill it. You just have to throw in the extra step of burning the stump.
Somebody should do something. He's a powerful force for bad, I suppose. He doesn't seem evil. He doesn't value cruelty, but he keeps people here against their will. He is obsessed with power, with the coddling and protection of the people behind the wall he built. He doesn't trust anyone. I've never been sure why I'm not graced with his presence too often, only when he needs something from me, or there's a problem to solve.
Before this place was a town, in our time, it was a secret government installation. We think that the research done here is what led to the creation of the timers.
Though I've never understood how it came to pass since it was before my time, I've always known that to be true. It must be. By the time I was brought here, they had already put up the wall. They had already taken over this place. They had already destroyed much information that I was never able to get my hands on. I got some, but not all. But they already had the technology of the United. I assumed it must have been here when they moved into this place.
The engineer repairs them?
She scoffs.
The engineer is a moron. All he's good for is construction and cement and lines on a graph. He doesn't understand how it works. I know more than him.
But he's a friend of the admin?
He likes him, it seems. He's no friend of mine.
So you said the Lord Admin comes to you whenever he has a problem. What kind of problems?
Any feat of scientific discovery that he did not acquire himself, that was already here, was expanded upon by me. I am the source of so much bad in this place. The chemicals that go into the water, that is my primary accomplishment, besides also some good, I like to tell myself. The crops could not grow without the inert fungus. I did not start that research, but I completed it. It's something that could be used for much good across this cold continent if it wasn't stuck here. But you have to take the bad with the good, I suppose.
That's what we were working on back in the past. Right, Avis?
Yes, we were working on stuff to allow plants to thrive in this new environment.
Perhaps the shoulders of giants that I built off of might have been your very own. But I went a step further. The research originally was limited to traditional biology and engineering. I incorporated what the United wouldn't. Something from the bloom. It was hard to come by. But with the limited samples we had, we were able to make it grow, to stabilize it, and to make it inert. Simply a fortification for the roots that puts energy in them from somewhere. I'm sure you two would have gotten there eventually.
This research where you put this fungal element into the plants, this was after the fall?
Yes, much after. I was stuck here after the collapse. This whole godforsaken continent got quarantined. As far as I know, the embargo still exists today. Those monsters out in the wastes, they scare people. I was stuck in one of the colony towns. They brought me here. Men came in looking for people like me, scientists. I was the only one that didn't already work for the United. I was in town for other business. They came. They secreted me away. I never saw my companions again. I was one of the first prisoners here. It seems like a lifetime ago. Yes, much after the collapse.
Since we've been held here, we have been having to drink some kind of water, and we think it gets rid of our powers. We're wondering if there's a way to get our magic back.
She nods her head towards the barrel that Devon is leaning up against.
Chemical LES-27. My creation, under direction of the Lord Admin, expanding on already discovered research from the United. Files, information kept here as to how it was produced. I reversed the process, simplified it, and stabilized it for small-scale production, right in that machine. Goes into the water supply here. That's true. The water we all drink, I drink, means no healing for anybody. But it limits access to great power, too. Of course it can be reversed. That's something I could do.
How long does the process take?
The process to limit you, to inhibit you, takes some time. The process to neutralize that acid in your veins can be done very quickly as your body can transport. I could concoct a cure you could say, a neutralization in a few minutes.
Wow, okay. I was really expecting like a couple of days maybe, but that's impressive.
A couple of days would make a safer version. The version I could make might knock the wind out of you. But after your connection to the membrane within you is reestablished, it takes care of you. That is how it works. The bloom, that was my area of research before the collapse. I was an independent, not connected to the United.
Does the admin drink this water?
As far as I know, I have not had a meal with him. But if he drinks water, he drinks this water. It goes into the main supply.
Glance at the kid, turn to Devon and Avis.
He doesn't need to eat or drink.
Well, as far as I've ever seen, he has no magic about him. But I have not seen much, I warn you.
What if we try to have the admin drink this?
The kid has been nervously tapping his foot about the discussion around the Lord Admin. And he looks at you, Neil, and he says,
Neil, I was thinking about it, and I think if we needed to, I might be able to incapacitate him. I know you guys are pretty concerned with taking him out, maybe.
How would you do that?
If we got into a fight and I got behind him, I might be able to apply some pressure in a place that would inhabilitate him.
Wouldn't he know to do the same to you?
You see the kid looks down. You and Avis have already put 2 and 2 together from whatever recognition you gleaned off him on your first meeting and Neil's comments so far. And he looks ashamed.
Maybe. I don't know. It's something that happened to me in the past. He probably would, in that case, if it's, you know.
I think it's a good idea, but it's not without risk.
The scientist squints and studies the kid, who looks like some guard, but you've told her this is a disguise. And she's kind of putting it together too, and she says,
Absolutely fascinating. If you are truly going to try and take out the Lord Admin, I will help you in a limited capacity, but I warn you, I am a coward. If you give me too big of a role, I might not be able to help you complete it, but I will try. Do not mention that you talked to me, in case you fail. I would appreciate it.
That's fair.
Before we go try to deal with the Lord Admin, how much do you know about time travel? We do need to get back to when we're from.
She stands up from the stool she was sitting in. She's a tall woman. Walks across the room to the filing cabinets. She pulls out the middle drawer and lifts up as to take the drawer itself out and sets it aside with a heavy thunk. The thing is full of paper. She reaches behind and up a little metal panel and pulls out a few files, a few pieces of paper, and she brings them over to you all and spreads them across the table.
Most of the information about the research here was destroyed. It was gone before I got here. The Lord Admin, wherever he got these people from, he only had a few back then. They were much younger, but they were strong and they did have timers. They went through and ransacked this place with a lot of valuable information. I believe it's all lost. With what scraps I've found and the theorizing I've done, it resides with me now, in my protection. In your time, was there any research into the nature of the ground here? How things stay warm? How things stay habitable during the long night? We are without sunlight. It should be freezing. Everybody knows this. And yet, the ground is an even temperature. Thermally, there are no hot spots, but it warms the air on a low level. There's something underground. The United, in, as far as I can tell, your time, discovered it. They wanted to know more. Somewhere along the way, they discovered how it worked. But I believe there is physical access to it. I don't know what it is, but I believe it's how they made the timers, whatever material they got from down there. There are some scraps of schematics left. It is not any mineral that I know of. And I know the Lord Admin, he sends the right hands through the vents somewhere. They bring things back to him. It powers something. It does something. They use it to create something. I don't know. He is the one who is able to recharge, you could say, the timers. There are stories that I studied before my time here. There were theories in the forums and in hushed conversations about how the United's technology worked. People were scared of it. People knew of it. They executed people with it. I watched those televised as a little girl. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It kills you now and then. It forces two timelines together. It stops you from being healed now. It stops you from being healed then. It sends a message. I don't understand. You are time travelers, you said. You want to go back to your time?
Of course.
We all do.
I feel very strongly, no matter how it works, the signs seem to indicate to me that we do not live separated. We are all connected, somehow. If you left this place and returned to yours, and acted differently and ended up in a different future, we would still exist here, I think. I don't know if it's an alternate reality. I don't know how these branches worked, but I would implore you to give us a fighting chance here before you left. I am not brave, and we've had no fighters who dared try to challenge him yet. I fear if he consolidates too much power, he will build a wall so tall around him that nobody will be able to get in. You know, he doesn't leave this place, this compound. I don't know the last time he had fresh air. He's paranoid. I think of people like you. I don't know how you could get back to your time. The timers are a black box technology. I hardly understand how they work, besides function of the electricity that is put through them, the way the wires connect to circuits, the way the circuits connect to the capsules. The Lord Admin makes the capsules. But I know he doesn't control how the timers work. They don't control when it happens. It's always different. Everybody knew even back then. Sometimes people were dead for days, sometimes weeks. Sometimes you wouldn't see it until years later. It's inconsistent, but it's methodical. There is purpose to when it happens. Somebody decides it. Something decides it. And it is not the person who pulls the trigger. If you got underground, perhaps to where this thing is, maybe it would have more answers than I do. I do not know.
What exactly are the admin's right hands?
A robot? It comes apart in 3 pieces. It's 3 robots in one. It is his closest ally. He is so concerned about maintaining it, keeping it new and working. It is powerful. It is dangerous. It does not like me. It does not like anyone besides the Lord Admin, and it does what he says.
And there's like no chance this engineer guy would be useful?
Perhaps he has some information about the underground, about the inner workings of this place. It's a maze. So many things are off limits. So many things are lost. The landscape outside the building has been changed too. I do not know how, but you can see the remnants of it. But I warn you, he is an ally. He is a believer in the Lord Admin. If he walked into the room while you were snooping through his stuff, it would not go so well. Tell me how I can help you take out the Lord Admin.
Besides the cure, maybe some sort of concentrated syringe of the chemicals in the water.
She is getting to work, mixing various things from bottles, measuring them out, mostly with an eyeball, and stirring until she gives you guys, each Devon and Avis, And she looks curiously at the guard and motions if she needs to pour one for him.
Shake my head.
She hands you each a little thimble-sized cup of this liquid and tells you to drink it. She moves over, pulls a syringe out and fills it up, flicking out all the air bubbles to the top and making sure it's ready to go of the clear liquid from the barrel. As you guys take that shot, you feel a wrenching and tearing inside. It seems to move through you in a pained way. You can already feel that kind of potential energy coming back to you, but you guys each gain a level of exhaustion and lose 25% of your health. Not to your maximum health, just to your health bar. What do you tell the scientist you'd like her to do? She seems to have some access to this building.
Do you know of a better way to approach him than busting down his door?
No. But if you make it inside that room and give me a slight head start, I might be able to lock the doors getting in there so nobody could come in for reinforcements.
I think that would be perfect. Do you know how many guard he might have in there, or are we going in blind?
Blind, I'm afraid. If I did anything out of the ordinary, I would not want to jeopardize your mission.
Understood.
But I can make my way to the control room, cause an accident. People would be mad at me, but they would not kill me on the spot, I'm sure.
If anything does happen to you, we'll do our best to see if there's some way to reverse this that maybe they've been keeping from us.
She nods, gives you all a smile.
Give me a 5-minute head start to get down the hallway. I will wait until I can see on the camera in that room, and then I will try to shut down the access in there.
She unlocks the door, opens it, and without any more acknowledgement of you all, with a solemn and grim expression, she looks like she's steeling herself and trying to quiet fear. She walks down the hallway. 5 minutes pass. Do you all head towards the main chamber?
Guess it's time.
Yeah.
We feel like the magic has kind of settled a little bit. Like it's more back to how we were feeling before.
You feel tired, you feel hurt, but you are quickly, even over the course of 5 minutes, as that spreads throughout your system, you feel like you're at almost 100%. By the time you were able to walk to the door, you don't think you'd have any limited ability.
All right, we head up the elevator old-timer style.
You're on the same floor.
We're on the same floor,
All right, we walk
unfortunately.
across the hall, old-timer style.
Mm-hmm.
Twirling
guys
our timers.
Walk around the hallway. You have to round a few corners. You walk around the block towards a sliding door, one of the many that go into that central chamber. The door slides open. You see it is brightly lit and quite drafty in here, as a temporary structure covers the hole in the floor-to-ceiling windows across from you. You walk in, you hear the door slide close behind you with a hiss, and you hear a mechanical whirring all of a sudden from this door and across the room. You see the Lord Admin sitting at the table talking to his right hand. The massive robot looks up to regard you, jumps to its feet, and the Lord Admin struggles back in surprise. There are no guards in this room.
I know you're tired of seeing us, but luckily this will be the last time.
That went hard. That was good.
I mean, that was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Hell of a line. And that's where we'll end this episode of Fire and Smoke New Ronne. If you want to keep up with the show, follow us on our Dungeons and Dragons TikTok account at Fire and Smoke Podcast. If you're liking the show so far, please give us a nice rating. We appreciate it. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before the end of the episode?
Boss fight time. Boss fight. Woo!
Boss fight.
Boss
Big scary
fight.
robot. Big scary robot.
Seems like an easy boss fight. It's just, one random person and then 3 little robots?
One large robot, or probably 3 Neil-sized robots. And she called him dangerous.
Mm.
It's a good thing I have turn off robot. That's
Oh,
one of my
no.
spells.
I can't believe I forgot to check your spell list before this fight.
If only I was a high enough level artificer to have heat metal.
I don't think that would kill him. I think it'd make him more dangerous when he hits us.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's a good thing. I wonder how well your psychological warfare magic is going to work against the robot.
Those cloud of daggers.
Yeah. It's going to mess him up. It's going to cut all his wires.
Small blades.
It'll cut all the right wires.
Mhm. It'll diffuse the pump, but he won't blow up.
I guess we'll just have to see. Oh, wait, is there anything we're forgetting about?
All right, Philip, I've had it to here with this. Where is Eric? Like, we're down a person. We have to fight the boss.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that Eric wasn't going to be here for the boss fight. My bad. That's on me. I thought he was going to be here, but I mean, he texted me right before we started that. Remember the last time he was doing the Civil War reenactment? He was Ulysses S. Grant. Apparently they like gave him a real gun and he didn't realize and he shot somebody in the foot. The person's fine, but like he got for real arrested for that. They don't take lightly to that kind of stuff. So he's going to do a prison break or something. I wasn't quite sure. He was pretty vague on the phone. I don't think he wanted to get caught before it happens.
You can't arrest Ulysses S. Grant. He was a sitting president.
See you guys next episode.
Slay, boy, boy.